What's going on, guys? Appreciate those of you hanging out, waiting for the stream start. For those of you stopping by, they're watching the replay, though, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. So when we do these live chats, you can take part right along with us. Just finished previewing Survivor Series for this weekend with Dedrick. Those of you wrestling fans, make sure to subscribe. Tongue twister. Subscribe to the Sports Desk Live here on YouTube. A good friend of mine, Derek Hicks Jr. Some of you may watch his fragrance reviews. I would hope you do. If you don't already, definitely check out the Sports Desk Live. It's not just wrestling. He talks about all things across sports with different guest panel members and such. When it comes to the wrestling ones, it's me. So real quick, sin of the day. Decided to go with this, featured in today's video. For those of you that didn't see my winter designer list, reaching for this one more. Gentleman Only Absolute. Smells like Gentleman Only mixed with Spice Bomb is the most simplistic way to put it. Bright and spicy, has a lot more aromatics and fruitiness, a little bit more of a woodsy tone than it has of an earthiness. Just smells really good. It just smells really good is the most simplistic way to put it. So we got comments from way earlier. So like I was telling you guys yesterday, the time for this stream was subject to change because I sure the hell was at Discount Tire a lot longer than I anticipated. I literally walked into this room at 3:58. So streaming at 3 o'clock wasn't happening. And then at 4:30, I was going live with Dedrick. So 6 o'clock seemed like the right time. I appreciate those of you hanging out, waiting for it to start. Those of you that are here, I see we got a few people jumping in already. Definitely hit that thumbs up real quick for me if you don't mind. Baroni EDP picked up Tonka Cola, Arabian's Tonka, and Prada Black from Fragrance Rebuy. Fragrance Stocks restock. Fragrance Buys restock last night. Wish you and your family safe travels this week. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Mikey said won't be able to catch it. Swing by, say hope all is having a beautiful day. Send of the day is 9 p.m. Great choice. Adam wearing Toy Boy. Matter of fact, giving 2 travel size bottles to my coworker today. Really loving it. Pay it forward. Hat of the day, black Neff trucker style Disney hat. Saw Justin's video today. So I actually heard he chose Zaharoff because I saw the thumbnail. Hadn't had an opportunity to watch the video yet, but I think that's awesome that he went with Zaharoff because there is a lot to offer, especially at this stage with the collection growing the way it has. George has a lot of options. Great quality, diverse offerings at this stage. So maybe I'll do that video at some point. Hope all is well. Back to cooler weather here in Texas. Send of the day, Virtus Vanilla Oud. You can't go wrong right there. Fragrance Fraternity, good to see you. Wearing Profondo. I'll read the damn timestamp on this. That's all good. Sean John, 3 a.m. Everyone hit that like button. Let them know, Carla. Let them know. Boston Scent Magnetic. You, sir, are wearing a phenomenal fragrance. I think that's one of the best design releases of the year. I did indeed see that, Randy, which we already discussed in the live chat on Dedrick's channel. Yeah, I had saw iFragrance posted it earlier. Of course, I'm going to get it. I love the Strong With You line. I absolutely will get that. Insurrection Pure 2 Le Parfum for the evening, and then Proud of You Absolute. That's 2 really good clones. Order new Aventus Absolute clone from Dua. Get yours before they sell out. Only 10 remaining for those of you that care or are interested in grabbing. I care. I'm not in a hurry to grab it. Sin of the days, I need. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Lana Delone. Timeless at this point. I think you can't go wrong with that one. What's going on, Jared? Got all kinds going on over here. Okay, testing a bunch of stuff. Tom Ford Gray Vetiver. Excellent choice. Gary's Den. Sprayed it on at 5 a.m. Still smelled on my wrist. Yeah, it's a monster. Autobiography Supreme Gold. Paris Corner Herod clone. Okay. YSL Le Parfum, the best one in the line, in my opinion. In my opinion as well, Manny. In my opinion as well. So we have no specific topic, as you can see. It's just a random live chat Q&A, chop it up with you guys kind of thing. This will be the last stream until next Monday because I'm on the road tomorrow and on the road coming back Saturday. And I typically don't stream on the weekend, so I won't be streaming on Sunday. But Monday, we'll be back at it. Should be our typical 4-stream schedule next week. The last 2 weeks have been a lot of travel to Louisiana for me, so I've never tried it. I'd love to try it. I just haven't. Good to see you, Joel. Amber Oud Tobacco Edition. Mr. Popular is here. Give it up for Joel, folks. The soft clap for Joel. There you go. Dan Not the Man wearing Tobacco Touch. Darren J's in the house. Finally caught alive. Sinade Guerlain. Ideal L'Instant, I believe is how you say that. Question. Is Light Blue O Intense like Atlantique redundant? Seeing people comparing them. A little bit, but not really, because Aqua Atlantique smells like aqua mixed with Dylan Blue. Straight up smells like if you layered them, that's what you would get. Whereas light blue intense smells like a more intensified light blue, which doesn't smell that, little in the same family as aqua, but aqua is more of a seaweed aquatic than light blue is. It's more of a salty aquatic, whereas light blue intense is saltier, but it's still based around light blue's DNA. They're similar. Like they do the same job. They satisfy the person the same way, but they don't smell exactly the same. There's some similarities for sure. A little redundancy, but not super redundant. But there is some redundancy. Tltg, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Ceylon, I'll go with that. Based on your video from earlier today, scent of the day is the scent private accord. Hell yeah. I picked up a Zaharoff wallet, money clip combo. Top notch, which mine's in my bag. I use the minimalist wallet. I use that. And I got my passport wallet as well. Everything he makes is top notch. I couldn't disagree there, sir. Praline Rosa Extreme, the one that I don't have. Sauvage Elixir on this rainy day here in Pittsburgh. Good to see you, Donald. Is Womo good? The Bache colored one? What is Bache? Is that? I don't. Maybe I'm looking stupid right here. I don't know, but I don't know what you're asking completely, honestly. Nick, good to see you. Victory Elixir. Blessed be the birds. Oh, Jesus Christ. 1,000 away. Yeah, a little less than 1,000. We're 99,037 or something like that. Last I looked, 34, 37. We're getting there. Fingers crossed. We're getting there at some point. Oh, it lasts easy 10 hours. Yeah. Now, I've noticed when I see some of the craziness people say about longevity, I think they mean projection. Like, oh, it only lasts an hour. I think they're talking about projection. I don't think they factor in how long that stuff's actually coming off of you and not just a faint skin scent. I think they think once it's not like hitting you from 6 feet away, that it doesn't matter anymore. That's a very shallow way of thinking, Fred. I'm not saying you are, but I've really started to, I had that epiphany, that light bulb moment. Like, is this what the hell they're talking? Are they only talking about projection when they say this? Because that could be the case. So even more reason to be wary about some of the shit you're going to read on the internet about fragrances. Because if they're talking about like projection and the fragrance doesn't matter anymore, wow. Don't take that opinion serious. Wow. And it'd be a great scent for Christmas. It definitely would. Anytime in the fall and winter, that one works. It's a good casual scent. It's nothing serious, though. Works great in the evenings. It's fine on a crisp, cool day. I think it'd be great for that. Mercedes-Benz Select Night for Antonio. Code Absolute for Fabrice. So you typed it again, and I understand it just as much as I understood it the first time. So try again. I don't really know what you're asking me here. Mind Games Grandmaster. Wishing you and your family happy and safe Thanksgiving. Another one wearing Wild Parfum. Excellent choice. And scent for Thanksgiving is going to be Le Beau Parfum, stepping out a little tropical for Turkey Day. Okay, then. I'm not mad at it. Sally, good to see you. Scent of the day is Cosmic Pepper. It's a great everyday choice. Haven't caught a live stream in a while because of work, but wearing Bohemian Lime from Goldfield and Banks. Let them know, Gary. Let them know. We got 50 likes, 98 viewers currently. About halfway. We could do better. Hit that thumbs up, guys. Scent of the Night's 1 Million Elixir and 78 Vintage Green. I don't know what I've done, but it's not bad. I bet it's unlikely that you're really going to find too many bad combinations for those of you that like to layer. A couple days to 1 week until we receive Camera, the coffee fragrance. Yeah, it wasn't even in my mind at this point. I bought it after that live stream, and just kind of when it shows up, it shows up. I'll do a video. I'll start wearing it immediately, just like I did with Hawass Ice. This should be the perfect everyday. See, Spice Bomb Extreme. Excellent choice, Adolfo. About to get off work and go to dinner and movie date with my girlfriend. Going to be wearing an Initio Side Effect. That's a great choice. Profumo for John. Aqua Essenziale Blue for the Scent of the Night for Adolfo. Jason, good to see you. Royal Crown Rain. Been a while, but I'm back. Zerzhoff, Tony Iommi, Monkey Special, and Assad. What a combination. Insurrection Wild Sport. So they have Insurrection Wild, and they have Insurrection Sport. Are you wearing both? because Wild's like pure Havana and Sports like Aventus Cologne. Are you wearing both? Because that's all I could. The only way I can take that really. That I think that's what you're doing. Spice Bomb Infrared EDP. That's a good one. Hope everyone has a good Thanksgiving. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving as well, Marty. From Hollywood, Florida, send the day Proud Luna Rosa. Nathan, thank you very much. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Starry Night. I haven't wore that one in a long time. It's been a long time. Very powdery. Have to like powdery. That's the main thing I remember about it. It's been a couple of years since the last time. It's probably 2 years since I sprayed it. Year and a half at the soonest. It's been a while. I haven't spent a ton of time with it. It's good. You just have to like powdery. It's like a warm, powdery smell. Better colder weather, old school masculine type fragrance for my father-in-law for the holidays. Leather tobacco or signature tobacco? I think leather tobacco is going to be very abrasive and aggressive. I think a safer play here is signature tobacco. Very well-rounded. It is very much has that timeless gentleman style to it, especially for being a tobacco-based fragrance. And it's very well-balanced. I think that's a safer play here, honestly. Rocking Jimmy Choo Man Ice. Hell yeah. Newt, good to see you. I'm ready for the upcoming holiday. Wearing Making Sense Tycoon, his oligarch clone. Strong With You tobacco, I'm in. Oh, yeah, anything Strong With You, I'm in. I said it in today's video. Was it today's video? A video recently where I was talking about Youp Homme Le Parfum. The last video I talked about that in. It was today's video. I said we need Stronger With You, an iris version of Stronger With You. So I was talking about how the internet compares Youp Homme Le Parfum to Stronger With You. And I'm like, I mean, yeah, if there was an iris-based one, sure. Because it's very prominent. Earthy meets soft and powdery as it transitions iris dominance to that fragrance. And that's why I was like, Armani, we need an iris-based Strong With You. Here you go. So that would be great. I hope an Armani rep sees that, passes it along, and they're like, brilliant. Let's do it. That would be amazing. Fingers crossed. I'd love to see that. But Strong With You tobacco, I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's great. And I've never smelled it. Don't know what the notes are going to be. But give me Strong With You's DNA with a tobacco note. I'm here for it. I'm sure it's going to be great. I'll definitely get it. Spoiler alert, the review is going to be probably glaring because I'm going to love it because I love the DNA. Love the DNA. They'd really have to screw up one of these flankers to see a bad review from me about a Stronger With You flanker because I just love that line. I'm assuming your sample. Oh, the bottles you bought. Sample. Second Soul, leaving Mystique and the samples. Mikey, good to see you. Gucci Intense Oud. First time wearing it. It's very nice, especially in the dry down. I've never smelled it. I have never smelled that one before. Ovation for Men Sport. I haven't tried the Sport. The original is really good. Let me scroll down. I'm pretty far behind. I didn't realize how far behind I got. What's going on, Boz? How are you? Ordered Spice Bomb Infrared today. Which one? EDT or EDP? I mean, you're good with both. I'm going to be making a purchase from Fragrance Buy on Friday. Yeah, I'm buying a bunch of stuff. I'm buying the stuff for the member giveaways. I'm waiting for the deals. Like if I can have pretty hefty discounts, why would I jump the gun a few days ahead of time? So, and I'm buying myself some stuff. So yeah, I'm making a pretty sizable order on Friday for the Black Friday deals. Absolutely. Honor and Glory delivered tomorrow. Can't wait. It's good stuff. I got to keep scrolling, guys. I'm so far behind. I apologize. Awesome it was to order from Zaharoff. Had a package delay on Friday, which was when I ordered it. He was so kind and gracious. I heard people say he was great, but damn, yeah, George is top notch when it comes to his customer service. Michael Garza is wearing signature tobacco. Speaking of, see, that was my first thought was beige, and if he's talking about Ferragamo Uomo, they don't have a beige bottle. So I'm not sure. Like I still need even further clarification, even if he means beige. So I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. So scrolling. I got to keep going. God, I'm so far behind. My apologies, guys. Probably something up there with Dark Orchid from Amarud. It's pretty ridiculous. So I've seen this a few times as I'm scrolling through. Have you never seen my review on it? I would strongly encourage you to check out my full review video that's dedicated to it, where I really dive into it pretty heavily. It's very much like old Dior Homme Intense, not the current versions. God, how far behind was I? My apologies, guys. Like, I'm still able to just keep scrolling down. I see people saying hello to Dedrick. They will go hit me with a yeet. Yeet. Where's Mitch when we need him? So, Money Mitch, I don't know if you're familiar with him, Dedrick. He's actually the Usos and Rikishi and all them are his cousins. He's been calling me Us ever since I got this shirt. He calls me Us every time I talk to him. It's hilarious. So let's see. Sauvage Parfum. See, why you didn't tell me that when we were in the live stream? I showed you what I was wearing. The hell. Great choice. Great choice, my man. God, I'm so far behind. I apologize, guys. I'm still trying to catch up. We even have an Equality Fragrances sighting. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been graced with his presence. My man, so good to see you. Peace, peace, and more peace. That's what I'm talking about. I hope you're good, my guy. Great to see you. Jared Miller gifted 5 memberships to the channel. I'm sure the 5 members that got those gifts appreciate that. I appreciate you, Jared. Thank you very much, my man. I haven't tried that one. The vetiver one, I'm trying to think. Oh, Wet Stone. Wet Stone is one I'd like to try that I haven't gotten around to. I have Hinoki Wood. Ooh, the Hinoki Wood fragrance, White Hinoki. It's phenomenal. I encourage you, if you want something different, kind of a sweet citrus, boozy, woodsy fragrance. Very unique. Oh my God, it's amazing. I would encourage trying that. Absolutely try White Hinoki from Amarud. It is phenomenal. Good to see you. Good to see you. Looks like we're getting strong with you, Tobacco. Yeah, I'm definitely getting it. 100%. Paco Rabanne Pour Homme. Plum and Cognac. Excellent choice. Boz, you keep getting these free memberships. I think this is the 3rd time somebody gave you a membership. You're like you like have a 4-leaf clover shoved up your ass. You're the lucky guy that keeps getting them. I'm happy for you, Boz. Driving right now with the wife to go shopping, wearing Encre Noir à l'Extrême. It's good stuff. I definitely like it more than the original, but not as much as the Sport. The Sport's my favorite of the 3. Rolled with Go Bold Tobacco, Tom Ford's dupe of Tobacco Vanille. Solid scent. Was a nice rainy day here in Fort Wayne. Got my bottle of Midnight Whisper, talking to EQ. Big Jared gifting memberships like a king. Yeah, he's trying to steal Spencer's thunder. Spencer normally does that stuff. Mr. Miller with the gifted membership. Okay. Hooking Jared up again. I think Jared was already a member before, I think. I think you were already a member, though, right? You're just acknowledging it is what it is. Yeah, because you were already a member. My bad. Any suggestions for good cold weather fragrance for the office? Ooh. Something along the lines of Mancera's newest release, Cosmic Pepper. Well, one of Cosmic Pepper would be good for that. A little different, but very much a versatile everyday wear. Good lasting power to it. Something like that would be good. Little spice, little floral, little fresh, little woodsy. Like, it's not too much of any one thing. Another option, obviously sticking with Mancera, would be Aqua Wood. I think it's even an even better choice. Fresh, fruity without being sweet or too heavy on the citrus. A little aquatic, a little smoky and ambery without being too dark. Like, very versatile. Like, it's Aqua Wood from Mancera's super underrated, like super underappreciated by people. That's actually a better recommendation than Cosmic Pepper, I think. Great playing in Texas for Thanksgiving. It's in the days Tarothi Blue. Hell yeah. Chocolate and hazelnut. How can this not work? That would be great, right? I want to know how close Camaro. So I just want to let you guys know, like, if somebody says something like 10 times, it makes me not want to answer it. And I just answered it a minute ago. I get it. I'm still far behind. But guys, anytime you're curious, like, let's say this happens where it's like you're asking me a question and I just, for some reason, I keep having to skip around and I never see it. If you go to that search bar and you type in TLTG and the name of the fragrance or the name of the 500 videos, I very well could have a video on it. And this one, I have an in-depth review on this one. And I have no problem answering it here. I did happen to catch it. It's just this is like the 7th time I've seen it in the chat so far, and I bet you I'm going to see it again as I keep scrolling. So, my man, I appreciate that you're eagerly wanting my opinion, but I apologize. It took me a bit to get to it, but just know that 2 or 3 times, probably your best bet. I'll probably see it within 2 or 3 times. You don't have to keep doing that, because that's it's got to be a pain in the ass for you to just keep typing and typing and typing and typing. You know. Let's see. Spencer is our membership gift. Uh-oh, there we go. Spencer's the gift that keeps on giving. There you go. Uh-oh, using the emojis. On average, Joe is in the house in the day. Nazar, sweet peach cobbler. Smelling like dessert today, huh, Joe? Everyone give thanks for Jared this Thursday. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Let them know. Let them know, my man. And there are 2 infrareds. Let me see. It's EDT. So that's good. That one's bright. It's a little bit sweeter than the new one. The new one's more leathery, resinous, and smoky. A little bit darker. But they're both good. They're both really good. Well, I'll let you know on Black Friday when my video comes out, when I'm allowed to tell you guys about the Black Friday deals. I can't yet. Can't tell you that stuff yet. Speaking of, and the 2 ladies that follow Tltg. Hey, man, it used to be 4% of my audience. Now it's 7.5%. It's growing. 7.5% of almost 100,000 people. That's more than 2. Okay. Okay. Good to see you, Spencer. But yes, it's very few ladies that follow. But we have some. We have some regulars. So. Got Drakkar Noir Intense on the way. That's a good one. I haven't worn that in a long time. Okay, now. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's better. So the original. Gotcha. I'm bringing it with me for my trip for Thanksgiving. Yes, it's quite nice. It's great for Thanksgiving. It's a gourmand. It smells like coffee cake. Is the best way I can put it. It smells like freaking coffee cake. So good. You got to like super sweet dessert-like gourmand fragrances. That is exactly what this is. Coffee cake. Yes, it's got a tiramisu note. It smells like tiramisu, but the coffee that's in there makes it smell more like, you know, the little coffee cake squares at the Chinese buffets? It smells like those. See, I knew you had Second Soul for sure, but I could have swore you said something about you ended up getting Evening Mystique too or something like that. Maybe I'm mistaken. I've seen Justin's Decan X commercials. I've seen those, if those are the ones you're referring to. You're not behind in the chat, Ross. We're the ones typing like crazy. No, I'm behind. I'm just trying to catch up. I have a feeling we did discuss that. Yeah, that's coming because that's who put him on the shelf was the Usos. So. On me, why EDP? On you, I don't know. Let me know when you try them both. I had somebody reach out to me on IG asking about, like, because every day I get at least a few people ask me which lasts longer, this or this. And honestly, as reviewers, we should not talk about performance because it's a personal experience, and what you're going to get isn't necessarily going to be the same. But the only reason anybody talks about performance is because you guys want to know all the time, and then you get it, and this happens a lot. Let's say I say this fragrance gives me 10 hours, and you get it, and you get 4. Now you're pissed off at the world. Oh, these reviewers are lies. They're just shills. They're on YSL's payroll. That's where that shit comes from. When really, you might be going a little nose blind, and or your skin might absorb it a little faster. Maybe your nose wore out. I mean, there's a lot of factors involved here. So it's hilarious. We really shouldn't talk about performance, if I'm being totally honest. It should not be a topic. It should not, because it varies so greatly because of your ability to smell it and how it reacts on your body with how long it's going to come. The perception and personal skin chemistry, it's the biggest variable here. Because most of the time, it's not the fragrance. You want to hear reformulation talk all the time. I'm not saying that stuff doesn't happen, but it's not as rampant as the internet makes you want to believe, you know? So, but for me, on me, it's the Eau de Parfum. I missed an EQ live. Well, see, EQ, that's what happens when you never let me know. All right, brother, I'm going to do this like we used to. We falling out? What the fuck? I'm just giving you a hard time. So let's see. $1.99 super chat. Parfums Molly Layton. 4.2 ounce for $190. Good deal. That's in line with what they go for. That's about the price you would expect to pay for it from most discounters. Yeah, that's a good price. You're not really going to see the 4.2 ounce much lower than that. And it's typically going to hover in the realm of $200. So yeah, that's a good price. Not bad at all. Appreciate the super chat. It's a good day, fellas. They did do a live. They did a live a while back, actually. Talk to him nice. I'm trying to be nice because that's my guy. I just want to give him a hard time. By Leighton Tester for 130. That's a hell of a price. That's a hell of a price. An ex-smoker infection. As an ex-smoker myself, no. Because it doesn't smell like a burning cigarette. Now, somebody smoking a cigarette, yeah, that smells terrible. That smells awful to me now. I haven't smoked for 5 years now. It's been a while. It's like 5 years. December 14th makes 5 years, I think, since my last cigarette. So, yeah, I hate when I can smell somebody light up from 30 feet away. And I love tobacco fragrances because it's not the same thing. Yeah, Whetstone, I've been wanting to try it out. Mr. Got Plenty's in the house. Sport 2, think about getting that too, but now he got me interested in Hinoki. Yeah, white Hinoki's really, really good, man. Really, really good. Parlome Intense for Terrence. Good stuff. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Parfums de Marley or Initio. I'm really digging Initio. Everything I've smelled, I have from them. Almost all home runs. They're becoming my favorite house. I mean, I don't really have anything. I don't have not one bottle from Initio. I've had several decants, but I just don't have anything from them. Nothing against them. I really like Atomic Rose and Side Effect, and they're all good. You know, I just never got around to buying any of them, but I got several from PDM. Ocean Leather from Memo would be good for. Yeah. That's one of the samples I tried because of Joe. Actually, that would be. Maybe to watch today, but jump back later and watch the replay. Happy Thanksgiving to you and everyone. Chat, safe travels. You as well, my man. Mr. Got Plenty's wearing Joey's fragrance. Royale XXX. Hashtag cancel cannoli with cannoli completely butchered, but I know what you meant. What's going on? Steel Warrior Charuto. Mysterious Tobacco. Sure how much more I can take, Jason. I've been dying since EQ's live. Look intimidating on your profile picture. So. Coming in soon. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Where's it at? It's still right here. Yeah. I didn't put it on the shelves. It's still right here. Yeah, this is great. This is one of the best fruity openings I've ever smelled. It's phenomenal. So good. Makes me want to try out Dolce & Gabbana Pineapple because it's that plus a Ventus 13ZZ01, which is notoriously a pineapple heavy batch. That's why it gets cloned so much. This is so good. Michael Densmore is a genius for doing this one. Genius. Let's see. Shout outs to the Unaverage Savage. Here we go. It's cold in Nebraska. I believe it. Gonna get Oud to back. Scroll down. I'm still so far behind. It's unbelievable. What's going on, Montrese? Good to see you. Put some respect on the TLTG Film followers, Spence. Yeah, that's how far behind I am. Holy shit. Oh my God, I'm far behind. All it takes is 10 seconds. I love that you guys are so active in the chat. I really do. Ooh. AM. You remember the album Please Hammer Don't Hurt 'Em? So the title, just Don't Hurt 'Em, that's what comes to mind when I see this. You're just trying to hurt people right now. Azaro Parfum Intense by itself is phenomenal. Layering it with Second Soul, I bet that works good together. I bet, because they're both different types of boozy aromatics that are super spicy at certain stages. And then you have the dry down of Second Soul is probably what takes hold with that suede and the smoke, of course. I bet that smells great. You're killing people tonight. You're killing them in a good way. Killing them. Just ordered Secret Water. It's good stuff. Wore it yesterday. Almost there. I appreciate that. We're almost there. Wow. God, I'm so far behind. An alternative or a clone? Because if you go to Ross or Marshall's and find this, it's $15. Dries into a powdery vanilla, but very much smells like red tobacco in the opening. Monarch red tobacco vanilla, as far as a clone. But I love spicy, boozy, inviting, and warm. Now, I wouldn't necessarily call this an alternative, but if you eliminate the tobacco part of it, spicy, boozy, inviting, and warm, strong with you, absolutely. That's what that sounds like to me, minus the tobacco, because just the I love this section of your comment. Strong with you, absolutely. Instant crush. I go nose blind and last for 10 hours plus. You ever have that issue and say, yeah, oh yeah. The most notorious one that I use as an example is Intense Citrat Boisé from Ensera. I go nose blind pretty quick to that one, and way later in the day, my nose comes back to life and it smells super strong. Yeah, that one's notorious for me. Boz, quit crying in the chat. Stop it. You know I'm jumping around. Come on now. You're better than this, Boz. You're better than this. African leather is good. Need to sample. I've heard great things about it too. Good to see Mauricio. Tomas Cosmala, no neon. Never tried that one myself. I did. I just haven't opened it yet. They came in Saturday while I was gone. So yeah, when I got home Saturday, I grabbed the mail, and they were in there. I got the packages on the counter. I just haven't opened it yet. Colitally, good to see you. My favorite TikToker. One of, for sure. I'm not going to give you the title of favorite, and your head's going to swell. I'll say one of. How about that? So Roberto Cavalli, Womo, good to see you, my man. Excellent choice, too. On average, Joe, I keep going back to y'all's live stream on Zaharoff. One of the sample packs full of samples y'all highly recommended. I still haven't cracked it open yet, but I'm saving it. Ooh. See, this is one that doesn't get talked about. Costa Azura. So the signature line EDP. It can be. If you want something that's more of a coastal aquatic kind of smell, you know, more green than just straight up saltwater aquatic, very dense woody backbone to it, that oak wood on it really stands out. That's a great fragrance. I don't wear it enough. That's a great fragrance that doesn't get any love. One of the better, more interesting blues I've ever come across. It's really good. Yeah, if you live in a warmer climate, you want to wear something that's got some freshness to it, but still deep and dense and many, you know, like it's got a good density to it. That's a great year-round choice, actually. Nobody ever talks about it and gives it any love. It's such a good fragrance. It's such a good one. I'm glad you brought it up and give us an opportunity to chat about it for a moment. Thank you for that. How does it compare to Vetiver Sensual? So Vetiver Sensual is a better fragrance overall. It just makes me happy. It smells like Sprite. It's bright and uplifting. Vetiver Sensual performs a lot better. It's a much deeper fragrance overall, but it's good stuff. It's really good stuff. People really think fragrance YouTubers wake up, put one foot on the floor, and then one door in the bank so they can cash a check from Brent. That's hilarious. The rest of these folks lodge like, yeah, they really think that there's very much truth to the thought process that you're stating here. Like, not truth to them thinking that. There's truth to a lot of people feeling that's the case. We're all on payroll and we're all taking checks and getting paid by everybody. Anytime we say something really nice or feature stuff several times in a short amount of time that we're getting paid to do it, it's fucking hilarious to me, because that's not reality. At least for me, that's not reality. I'm not saying that. I can't speak for anyone but myself, but yeah, it cracks me up all the time. Good morning from Indonesia. Thank you so much for being here. I knew Joel was going to chime in. He loves him some Vetiver Sensual. $10 super chat from Seminole 2014. I would assume you're a Florida State fan. Because I like the work you do, I'm sure you've probably explained it, but how does one properly layer? I'm thinking of getting Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille. Could that be layered? Thanks, Ross. So the problem is I hate to waste your $10 like this because I don't layer. I'm talking about it because I know a lot of people like to. I get asked pretty much every day about tips for layering combos that I do. I really don't. I just pick a fragrance and roll with it. Like, this is the only thing on my skin today. And then tomorrow I'm thinking Eros Parfum. That's going to be the only thing on my skin tomorrow. Then for Thanksgiving, I'm thinking Triumph of Bacchus Extrait. That's going to be the only thing on my skin. You see what I'm saying? Like, I really, unless I'm testing a bunch of stuff in the moment, that's when I'll have other things on my arm. So technically that's layering, but it's purposeful. It's not for just enjoyment. I'm literally testing. I'm doing some testing, running through the trials of the way I do things. I've done things for years, so I don't really layer. I'm actually one of the worst people to ask when it comes to that, because I just don't do it. I would think there's multiple ways to do it. You could spray one on top of the other, or you could do a couple here and maybe some of the other fragrance in other spots. You know, I'm sure both ways work. You just got to try to explore it a little bit on your own. Just see what you enjoy doing. There's probably no real right or wrong answer in that situation, I would think. But I do appreciate the $10 super chat. I know it's not necessarily the answer you were looking for, but it's the honest answer. You know, I always give you an honest answer. Busy. Been very busy and going to continue to be busy. I still have to film the Black Friday video because I'm on the road tomorrow. I got tomorrow's videos already uploaded, but I got to do Thursday and Friday. I'm going to film a review while I'm there for Saturday. And then when I get home Saturday, I'll do the rotation Saturday night for Sunday. But I got to do a Black Friday video for Dossier. They asked if I was interested in that. I said, sure. Why the hell not? Then I have my Black Friday video for Fragrance Buy. So both of those will be coming out on Black Friday. Obviously, it's going to be 2 videos, but I have to film both of those. I have to edit both of those. And then not the most involved, longest of videos, because neither of them are going to really involve a haul or anything. They're informational videos more than anything, but I still have to do both of those plus another video for Thursday. So I really have 3 videos to do tonight, and that's not counting any shorts videos. I need to do at least 1 shorts video tonight and probably at least 1 in the morning to get ahead of the game, to have something in the bank, because I like to do my shorts videos. Typically, I do them in the morning before I go to the gym. Most of my shorts videos, it's what I do when I wake up. When the video comes out at 8 in the morning Central Time, the main video for the day, I'll do a shorts video, and it usually comes out around 10 a.m. Central. And then we usually have our live streams around 3. Sometimes my Sin of the Day shorts video come out around 1 or 2 o'clock, depending on when I get around to filming. So that's my typical days, but they're kind of out of whack right now. And I'm having to condense into shorter amounts of time, similar amounts of content to stay consistent with the way I normally do things, the way I like to do things. So it's been a hectic week, Noel. It's been a very hectic week. Thank you for asking. And it's going to continue to be a hectic week. I actually get a little bit of a break next week. And then how much further is it from there? Let me pull up the calendar real quick. A little bit of a break next week. And then the following weekend. So I have a break all next week, just to back to your regularly scheduled programming on this channel. And the following week, I'm going to visit George the next weekend. So I'll be in Chicago the next weekend. So there's that. So, because I haven't seen George since the XXX launch for Joey's fragrance, but before that it had been December. So I'm good. It's been since May, I think, when that launched. So haven't seen George in a while. Go hang out for the weekend. So, and then a week of regularly scheduled stuff, and then travel for Christmas back to Louisiana. So it's November, December, pretty busy travel times for me for the most part. So it kind of throws my typical content schedule a little out of whack. But thank you for asking. I could believe that. I go nose blind to it too. Oh, okay. I just got to give you a hard time. I said, like, come on, don't cry in the chat, boss. I'm just giving you a hard time. Hit me with that nano. All right. Are they similar? No, I have Second Soul and never smelled a Zaharoff Porn Intense. Are they redundant? No, but I think they would go well together. They're both barbershop-esque at their core, spicy aromatics, but they have wildly different profiles. They have different boozy notes. You got Rum on the Rocks, a Rum on the Rocks Accord with Justin. You have a brandy note in a Zaharoff Porn. Zaharoff Porn Intense is beautiful. It's so good. Shout out to EQ for putting us on that one. Let's see, scroll down. God, I'm so far behind. What's going on, Sean? Good to see you. Just got home from work. Do his wooden cognac. Hell yeah. As far as tobacco fragrances, if you have Mancera red tobacco, do you really need the intense version? They are different enough. It's not the same fragrance. It's not. It's more leather-based. It's a little bit drier. It's not as sweet. In some ways, it's better. It's not just an intensified version of an already nuclear performer. That was the question, because I have a decan of it, and I did a live stream talking about it. It's not the exact same fragrance. You smell red tobacco in intense red tobacco, for sure. It's the same DNA, but it's evolved. It's very much evolved. Like I said, not as sweet, drier, more about leather and the oud. It's a dry oud. That's my takeaways from that. Another redundancy question. OG Spice Bomb and Man in Black. The dry downs are very different. I talked about this when I featured Man in Black recently. Like, I get where people compare it in the top, but they dry down differently because Man in Black changes greatly, like big difference from the top. It settles into a tuberose iris wood combination, like a creamy, soft floral woody tone versus hot, spicy, and boozy in the top. Like, it's big difference, big transition. Blessings. We're in Rifakat. Good stuff. Good stuff. You can give me the title. I won't be mad. I figured you would like that. Yeah. Can't go swelling your head now. Come on. For those of you who don't know, he's constantly shouting me out in his content. I appreciate that. Just know that it's reciprocated, that I watch you on a regular basis as well. You're the main person I see on TikTok. You are a huge part of my TikTok algorithm. So I appreciate you, my man. Good to see you. Real People Ross, you're one of those people, and I appreciate everything you do. Watch you every day, man. I appreciate that. Amir Al-Oud question is, do you know Gucci Pour Homme 2 clone? So I get asked that all the time. I've never smelled Gucci Pour Homme 2. People in the chat are going to weigh in to help you out. I've just never tried it. I know it's supposed to be like this gem of a tea fragrance that I've seen the bottle a ton of times on the internet, that purple juice and all that. I've just never tried it. But we have an active community here in this live chat on this particular live stream, and they're going to hook you up with some suggestions. I know I'm behind. They probably already did. I don't have to tell them to do it. They're going to do it on their own because we got some great people in this live chat. So I'm sure they hooked you up with some advice. I appreciate the kind words. That's one I don't have any experience with, let alone any clones of it. In place for you mega collections, if you were to pass unexpectedly, i.e. car crash. No, so the plan was, I told Heidi the couple people she needs to reach out with to help her sell the collection. There's a few people I trust to take care of that for me. I won't name any names. Some names you're familiar with, some you might not be. That'll in the event, because there's some money sitting back here. She could definitely resell a lot of this stuff, not just the cheapies. Like, there's some expensive stuff back here and some obscure stuff, some discontinued stuff that she could definitely sell. So, because she wouldn't have use for all of this. So, but thank you for asking. Sorry to sound morbid, man. Hey, man, shit happens. He's at home, I'm sure. I'm confident he's at home. Oh yeah, you gotta have stuff like this insured. Yeah, I have a policy on it. It was part of a policy. But yeah, it's listed explicitly in a particular insurance policy that I have. No thoughts on it other than I'd like to try it. I definitely want to get my nose on it and experience it. Y'all are summoning George now? It's time. If he's here and he sees it, he'll text me. If he wants to jump on, he's always welcome to jump on. Especially when we don't have a topic, he's always welcome to jump on. He knows that. If some gems from Nisho, you would find mad good, very unique offerings. I find them to be niche though, and through. Niche through and through. I agree. Must Therapy I didn't like on a test strip. I still need to try that one on skin because I actually kind of buried it in a video with Andrea on a blind smell and rate because it was just on a test strip. It fell really flat on a test strip. I gave it like a 4 or a 4.5 out of 10, something like that. They were shocked, but it was like, doesn't smell like much of anything to me on this test strip. On skin, I'm sure it opens up beautifully, but I haven't tried it again since. Scrolling down. God, I get so far behind. So easy. Go Knowles. Yeah, I figured with the name Seminole. Thank you for the follow-up super chat. But yeah, I figured with that in your name, you're definitely a Florida State fan. Dominique, good to see you. Jonathan's in the house. We're in Barbados Oud. Congrats on 99K, 1K to go. We're fingers crossed it's going to happen sooner than later. Based on the pace slowed down a little bit, but that's okay. Still going to get there. Still pacing really well. It's looking like maybe next week. Kind of the projected path right now, like next weekend kind of thing. I'm cool with that. I'm all for it. That would be great. I would love it, even if it's 2 weeks later, 3 weeks, whatever. It'll be great whenever. I'm excited for whenever it comes to fruition. So, and I appreciate you guys. Hit that like button. Let them know, EQ. Let them know. Roof take now. Go Knowles. Yo, buddy. Don't remember if you said how many sprays of Juicy Maximus you use. Yeah, it was just 4. Typically, if I'm just spraying around the neck, it's 4 or 3, depending on how strong. But I did 4, and the sillage was just nonstop. Not overwhelmingly like pushing crazy room filling, but like thick cloud around me. It stayed very thick. So I could smell myself nonstop. Yeah, typically just 4. Now, no particular reason I didn't spray my arms that day. I think I had a video I was shooting where I needed my skin real estate, as I like to call it. You guys like to have a good laugh. I needed my forearms for some skin real estate to do some other testing. So I didn't spray my arms. Typically, if I don't spray my arms with something, I'm either going to be wearing long sleeves or I have other things going on where I need my skin to be available. Because even if you scrub it really good, it's still hard to completely get it off of there in the first wash. Let's see. EQ, did you buy that extra bottle you talked about in your last live? How am I missing these live streams? EQ, hit a brother up so I can contribute in the chat or something. Let a brother know, get a message or a text or a DM or something. Hey, man, going to be going live whenever. Just wanted to let you know because I haven't seen your any content in a while. And I follow you on every damn thing. Let a brother know you're going live. I love to watch and contribute in the chat as you're doing here. Sad to hear you aren't going to Sin Explore. Was looking forward to meeting you in person. I apologize, my man. On a lighter note, one person that'll be cool to meet that will definitely be there is Angel Cubano. He's going to be fun for you guys. For those of you that haven't met him, he's fun. He's fun. Shout out to my guy Angel. It's been about a week since I talked to him. EQ, I played the EQ card on him. Speaking of, so I've been trying to get him on live stream. We've been talking, and he's like, man, I don't like doing it. There's no control. And the only reason he did, because I played the EQ card. He's like, when do you ever see me on a YouTube live? So I played the card. And he's like, yeah, but that was like rap battle, street style. So it was too intriguing not to do it. And I get it because I agree. I think it was phenomenal. Versense was such a great idea. But I played the EQ card and it didn't work. Because I've been trying to get Angel on a live stream. So I'm holding you to getting that Black Prestigium. It's in the cart. It's one of the things that's going to be in the order. Yeah, I'm getting it. Just ordered French Riviera. Ooh. You can. I typically don't wear a lot of fresh stuff in the cold. I'm very seasonal. And one of the main reasons for that is because it makes the enjoyment and excitement of getting back to those other seasons as I get to them. So like I'll be wearing the heavier, spicier tobaccos and boozes and dense smoke and thick florals and all the stuff that I wear when it's cooler. And then I'll be excited for some fresh greens and citruses when spring rolls around. And I'm looking for aquatics, juicy citrus, watery, salty aquatics when summer rolls around. You see what I'm saying? So like that's part of the fun of being seasonal for me. It makes the wearing experiences that much more special because it's a season. 'Tis the season. And then I put them away unless they work in multiple seasons. But the ones that are very much like, that's very much summer, very specific. So I only really reach for that in the summer. Sunday Polo Blue. Good to see you, Eric. We're in Paragon. Scroll down. God, how do I stay so far behind? Speaking of, so I'm far behind. So I know you heard what I said about Juicy Maximus. I would think you heard me say the genius part then, because that was when I was talking about Juicy Maximus. So don't you go swelling your head either. But Juicy Maximus is the best thing I think you've ever put out over Fallen Leaf. And you know how I feel about Fallen Leaf. So kudos, Mikey. Y'all are still trying to manifest that, huh? You passed away in a car crash. I would buy all your Middle Eastern fragrances and a couple of other. Put me on your list. Well, you would see an opportunity to purchase them. There's a few people that are tasked with that in the event. You got to be prepared for things like that. It'd be the best smelling meetup. I think that would be the best smelling meetup. On occasion, I do stuff. It has been a while. It's been December 21, and then the launch party for Royale XXX for Joey and George in Chicago. That was like the last 2 things I did. Ooh, fruit punch and rose. Like my man Dedrick says, it's such a great way to describe it. Hawaiian punch mixed with rose. Phenomenal. Oh yeah, he goes to the gym at least 4 days a week. He's pretty active in it. Kid Cool with $5 super chat. Salute to you, Ross. Favorite Ghost Energy. So it's funny you say that. I had the Phase Pop one today for the first time. I stopped at the Marathon that was by the Discount Tire because I went to Panama City because all the main tire shops are over there. I mean, they got stuff in Panama City Beach, but I prefer to go to Discount Tire anyway. And they had Phase Pop, so I grabbed that. It's Rocket Pop for those of you that are not familiar. The red, white, and blue popsicle. But it was good. But my favorites lately, I've really been on that sour strawberry lemonade is phenomenal. The sour ones, basically. The citrus one, sour strawberry lemonade, sour watermelon warhead, and sour green apple warhead. That is my 4 favorites. I can keep them in rotation. My main 2 is sour watermelon warheads and citrus. Like those are in my fridge now. I got a few of each of those. I grabbed those at Walmart. When I'm out on the road and grab them from a gas station, it's whatever moment strikes me. But that's my favorite ones. Thank you for the super chat. Any thoughts on Thymine carved? Ooh, just picked up a bottle. Heard it's supposed to be better. That's what I've heard too. I haven't tried it. Oh wait, yeah, I did, and on a test strip. And I don't know if it performs better, but I did the Discovery set, and it did smell exactly like oud would on the test strip. I just don't know how it performs because I haven't sprayed it on skin. That's the thing. Ooh, here's a great question because I love the house. So it is a tie with Montal because it's honey oud and Fougères Marine. Fougères Marine because it smells too much like my childhood favorite, Tommy. But honey oud because it's like the best honey fragrance I've ever smelled. Over Aurum, over 1 Million Lucky. Like it's because it's like a oud chips drizzled in honey with cinnamon sprinkled on top and vanilla shaved on it. That's what it smells like to me. It's phenomenal. A little powdery. So good. Montal honey oud. That's really the number 1. And then with Mancera, that's tough. Because it's technically Cedrat Boisé, but I love Intense Cedrat Boisé. I have a great respect for red tobacco, but I love French Riviera. I love Sicily, Wave Musk, Soleil d'Italie. Like I love Mancera. Okay. I would throw all of my Montals away before I'd throw away a single Mancera. That's how much I love the man. And I have more Manceras than anything else. Like from one house, it's what I got the most of. And it continues to grow. Now I got Manceras everywhere. I got 2 right here. I got 1 right here. I got 1 right there. I got a big pile. Look, almost that whole shelf's Mancera. Like you got 2 rows, literally 2 rows all the way by the column of Montal, and then all of this. 6 deep, each row, Mancera, all the way to their space for more right next to the row Creed. There's space for me to do 2 more rows of Mancera. And then behind the last row is it's 5 in each row. So I got room to do 2 more in the last row by the Creeds, and then I can do 2 more rows. So I got room for 12 more Manceras on this shelf. And then which I have another shelf that I started to work on here at the bottom. So point being, because the Mancera collection never stops growing. Never stops growing. Love Mancera. If you're not much into gifts, but haven't been a fan of appreciating your content, which has been very important in my own journey, I got you a gift. Let me know how to get it to you. I've gotten better at this. So message me on IG and we'll talk about it. I've gotten much better at this because Jason sent me some samples, and I used to turn down anything and everything from viewers. It's like, no, I don't want you sending stuff my way. I'm for brands to do it that doesn't cost them anything. Like it's beneficial to them if I like it, because it might convert sales for them. So yeah, it's beneficial to them. Whereas you guys always been like, no, don't spend your money on me. Don't waste any of your stuff on me. I just appreciate you watching. So I've gotten better in the last year or so at this. So I appreciate the sentiment alone, but reach out to me on IG and we'll talk about it. Name would appear. Where's Bane been? I haven't seen him in a long time. Okay. You got me super curious. Scandal of Parfums. Not really up or down. It's all right. I don't have a bottle. If that helps, I have a decant. And it didn't blow me away to make me feel like I need it. Going live this Friday. I can't guarantee I'll be there, but I'll at least try to pop in for a cameo to say hello in the chat. That I can promise. I appreciate you letting me know because yeah, Friday's a busy day. Training with my friends because we're going to be in Homa with Country and Ariel, those that I went to see at the bodybuilding show this past weekend. I'm going to be training with them Friday for a couple of hours, I'm sure, because it's going to be 3 of us plus cardio. So, and then I have to go visit my childhood best friend. I promised him I'd go hang for a little while, plus whatever else is going on. So it depends on how it shakes out. But at minimum, I will come say hello, give a like, and encourage others to do the same thing, my man. Thank you for letting me know. Josh, yeah, the Pastronaut. Good for him. Yeah, for sure. Good for him. Ooh, I could definitely do that. I don't think I've done that. I could, because I've got plenty. Like Mr. Got Plenty. I've got plenty when it comes to making sense. I got 5 of them right here. And Juicy Maximus is over there. I got 6 just in my vicinity right now. I got a box full of them because they're all 17 mLs. So it's like I don't want to waste shelf space on little bitty, like basically giant decants as I can look at them. So I have a certain box that I keep those in. It's all making sense because it made sense to do it that way. Yeah, Angel's great. I love Angel. He's a good dude. How much does he know? A little about a lot is what I'll say, because that's kind of how I view myself. I know a little about a lot. Some things I know more of than others, but I know a little about a lot of different things. So I would put him in a similar category. Actually agreed with his list. CK. Oh, Kubano. Okay. Your wife hates certain type of fragrance when you first got together. My girlfriend only likes the freshies. So you are younger than I thought. If your girlfriend only likes freshies, that means y'all are a young couple. As she gets older, that'll change. That'll change. My wife used to only like freshies too. She likes darker, heavy, fruity florals now. She still likes her fresh stuff, but darker, fruity florals, that's kind of her thing. Not specifically. There's certain ones now that she doesn't care for, most notably like Overture Man from Mamoise. She doesn't care for that. Like, she just doesn't like it. Anything that's heavy on cinnamon, she usually has a fuss about it. Like, has a comment, like, because cinnamon, not so much off-putting, it just kind of overwhelms her. Anything that's heavy on cinnamon. On occasion, she'll be into, like, Spice Bomb flankers, and cinnamon doesn't bother her at all, thank God. You know, Stronger With You, stuff like that. And more like designer cinnamons. But when it's niche and it's hefty cinnamon, like spoonful of cinnamon kind of stuff, a little much for her. Man, I have spent so little time with it. I'm really not the best person to answer that, honestly. I really can't answer it because I don't come from a well-experienced stance with that fragrance to where I could really weigh in. I apologize. I haven't tried that one. I haven't tried that. I really want to pull the trigger on the pre-order, but I don't know about chocolate. I can't weigh in. I haven't tried it. R to the O to the S to the S. Come on now, Joel. Hashtag Boz knows. There we go. Making Sense is my favorite house. I don't blame you. Michael Dinsmore does some great stuff. His hybrids. That's my favorite stuff. Don't get me wrong. Iris Man Intense and Iris Man, I'm super appreciative those exist. And Triton. I'm super appreciative that those exist because they're spot on clones. Spot on. Carbon copies. Just cranked up oil concentrations. But it's hybrids. That's where the money's at. Like the most recent one I've been loving, Unaverage Cherry. I think it's better than Unaverage Patch. It's so good. Mixing Lost Cherry in there with Unaverage Patch is such a good move. Speaking of aquatics, I know they tend to not last long. I know you hate talking about performance. I do. Look, I don't mind it, but I have to, like, I got to shoot you guys straight that that's such a ridiculous thing that we talk about because it's such a huge variable from person to person. It really is. That's why me and Justin have dedicated live streams over the years to it. We do it together most of the time, and he touches on it all the time. I touch it on all, and we've done that together as well because it's like, it's kind of crazy talk. Because even like something that's weaker on me, I've had people tell me just how strong it is on them because it's, like I said, your nose and your skin chemistry, the 2 biggest variables in wearing fragrance, you know. But if you could wear an aquatic scent for the winter, what do you think would cut through the cold? Definitely Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. Oh, Intense. That very much does. Easily. Knifes through it. Acqua di Gio Profondo, knives through it, same thing. These more synthetically dense aquatics, they've got the aroma chemicals to push through it, at least in my experience. Those are two that come to mind immediately. Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue O Intense, Acqua di Gio Profondo. Acqua di Gio EDP would work here too, and Parfum, like most of the Acqua di Gios, really. Can't stand sour pre-workouts. They make me, so I don't drink. That's not pre-workouts. Those Ghost Energy drinks. It's not, but I get what you mean. Like, but I like sour flavors for my energy drinks. I don't for my pre-workout. No, I'm much more simplistic with pre-workouts. What are your thoughts on Swedish fish? I tried it and I didn't care for it. Creamsicle, orange creamsicle. I know people love that one. I didn't care for it. Just don't. Cherry limeade. It's okay. Not as good as I would like it to be. What's another one? Speaking of cherry limeade, I can't help but think of Sonic when I think of that. And Ghost's pre-workout of ocean water from Sonic. I had a can of that for a while. I'm running low on my Total War. I had that 3-pack of Total War that I had bought. Pineapple flavor is what I got now. When that one runs out, before I buy another 3-pack of Total War, because I love my Redcon stuff, I think I'm gonna do another round of Sonic's ocean water. It's coconut and all this other stuff. It's really good. It's a good pre-workout too. Really gets you going. Beta alanine really gets your skin crawling, which I don't get much of anymore. I'm just so used to it. But Ghost Legend, it's their Legend series. Sonic Ocean Water pre-workout. That is good. That is good stuff. Recommendations for an interesting dark fragrance that isn't too challenging. Dark, but not too challenging. Nothing immediately jumps out in my mind. Let me turn and look. Not like it's either. I can only see stuff in the front anyway. But, Dark, but not too challenging. What a great question. Thought-provoking. Not an easy answer. Sphinx Elixir. Dark resinous, smoky, deep rose, but very easy to like. Very easy to like. Very dense, very deep, very dark, but easy to like. It's my favorite from the house. Sphinx Elixir. That's what I'm going to go with. It's not too much rose. It's not overdone rose, because some people can't stand rose. 1981X, hell yeah. Just put Orem in a decant and sprayed it. Dude, this stuff slaps. Y'all didn't say it was that. I did say it was that good. And I also said in my review that get ready for everybody around you to say it's good, because I'm always the first video. And there's people that want to not believe me because George is my friend. They just try to tell themselves that I'm just saying it because he's my friend. George Zaharoff only puts out world-class products. I've said it before. I'll continue to say it. For whoever wants to not believe it, sad for you. Tear. You're missing out. You know, cinnamon's so realistic. So cinnamon sticks. It's technically cinnamon bark, but it smells like cinnamon sticks to me, which is pretty much the same damn thing. Yeah, it's phenomenal. I'm glad you enjoy it. I'm not surprised you're enjoying it, but I'm glad you're enjoying it. Carlisle. Love the dry down, but there's something in the opening. Can't get past. Don't know if it's the nutmeg or what, but God. Could be the Opinox. They have this interesting resinous. Like, what kind of a chord do you think is off-putting a little bit for you? Because I have a feeling it might be the Opinox. This is a very distinctive resinous note in there. Could be that. Could be the nutmeg. I don't know. If you find that there's like a dry spiciness bothering you, I don't know. No, he won't. He won't. It's not happening. We talked on the phone last week about it. Yeah, he's not. I gave up. I played all the cards. I even tried a little bit of a guilt trust. I'm trying not to guilt you and play the We Go Way Back card here. I already played the EQ card and all that stuff. So I get it, though. It's all love with me and Angel. Always has been, always will be. That's my guy. Love Angel. Great dude. Can't wait till I get to see him again. I haven't seen him since 2019, but we stay in touch. I talk to him sporadically for years now, you know. I would say at least once a month we at least message, you know. So it's just unfortunate. I remember he was on Dan's Live honoring BFL earlier this year and sharing stories. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I tried. He turned me down. Love a good collection. Crazy to wake up to, though. Let's see. Late to the party. I mean, we're just hanging for a few more minutes. We can shut it down here a little bit. I would say we're capping it at an hour and a half tops. So I still need to eat dinner. I got a lot of content to do. I'm gonna be up till at least 2 o'clock. And then I want to go do cardio in the morning before we leave. I'm gonna just do cardio at the front office over here. Just get on the treadmill for an hour. Because yeah, I'm not gonna drive all the way to the gym, just get on the treadmill. But I want to do some cardio before we leave. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Most Wanted Parfum is a great choice. It's a Drapoise. It's never understood people saying it smells like an old man. Definitely wicker basket full of fruit. You're damn right it is. I know where you got that saying from. It totally is. Once I put these things in your head, it's hard to get rid of them, right? It happens to me too. Just like Vicks Vapor Rub for Leighton. I didn't start that. It was put in my head, and it totally made sense. Or like Tresemme hairspray. Thanks, Fernando. Fernando Medina. Put that in my head with Dolce & Gabbana K Eau de Parfum. Tresemme hairspray in the opening. Now go smell that and tell me if you're familiar with your girl ever had Tresemme hairspray. If you grew up and your mom used that or something, you know that smell. So now I can't smell Dolce & Gabbana K Eau de Parfum without thinking about Tresemme hairspray, of all things. Once it's there, it never leaves, you know. But I appreciate you. Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Reach out to message my main profile, my personal profile, because I don't really check the messages on the TLTG page that often. It's more comments that I respond to in there. Whereas I'll probably see the message from you on Facebook Messenger on my personal profile, my actual name, Ross Carlos. Go to that. Sunday Nisho side effect. Talking of Mancera Montal, would it be too much to ask for a vid of them all and their ratings that you have? Well, I got you covered on Montal. If you go to the live tab on my channel page and then click popular, the top one, the one with 200-something thousand views of me and Justin, it says top 68 niche fragrances in our collection, the 6 best niche houses. I cover all of my Manceras up to that point, which I have added some from then. I'm not saying I'm opposed to doing it again with just me and just those 2 houses. I really will consider that. I absolutely will consider that. That's a possibility. That would have to be just a recorded video, because if I did that live, it'd be hours. You know, whereas if I don't have you guys to talk to back and forth, I'll be able to focus on the task. So let's say a strong maybe on me doing that again, but for the time being, you could always check that out. And shout outs to the 240-something thousand people that have watched that video. You're the real MVPs. Appreciate you. Freaking live stream replay with almost 250,000 views is wild. And it's from like 3-4 months ago, 5 months ago. It's crazy how much steam that thing picked up. Yeah, I agree. No, I'm not streaming live until I hit 100K. No, I'm not. Ooh, that's my favorite one, because the EDT version is about to finish. And yeah, it's smoother. It's better across the board. It's not as loud. Keep that in mind. But it does last long. 8-10 hours on my skin. Easy 10 hours, I would say, on me. And not as loud off of me. It's not as bright. It sits a little closer, but way smoother. It's way better to me. It's my favorite version of Club de Nuit Intense Man. Only one I don't have is the EDP. I got the Pure Parfum. I got the limited edition Parfum. Got the EDT. And I don't have the Pure Oil, but I have no interest in the Pure Oil. You got a 20 ml you can get with the dabber. It's a Pure Oil. Good. The limited edition Parfum, and in my opinion, best version. And I'm sure we'll get an Absolute Aventus clone that's Club de Nuit Intense Man Absolute or something. I'm sure that's going to happen at some point. He should definitely do. Okay, so we got people weighing in on it. Maybe that's a thing I do. I'm 28. She's 29. She thinks anything with a warmness at all is like baby powder. Oh, God. That sucks. Shout outs to your shelves, by the way. I've been wanting to tell you that. They're less tiers of mine, but clearly the same brand as my shelves. I've noticed that in your videos. Those shelves are badass, right? Iron Tech or whatever the brand is, I forgot. You can get them on Amazon. Badass shelves. I saw you got some that are very similar. That sucks, man, especially considering you got hundreds of fragrances at this point. I've never tried the EDP Boss. If it is, I bet that's great, because the original Armani code's great. I sure did. And I definitely will get it. Yeah, Intense is great. Sandude, it's funny that you bring that up. Me and Justin, last time we did a stream on this channel, Robert jumped in the chat, and I brought up, he's the only person I've ever seen talk about Sandude. I debated on getting it. It seems like it'd be a good fragrance. Smells like Jubilation 25, but performs much better. I've never smelled Baby Cat. I have a great clone from Paris Corner, but I don't know how accurate it is, the Baby Cat, because I've never smelled Baby Cat. Seen those Cherry 12s on the other day. Any future pickups you're eyeing? The Wolf Gray 12s for next year. There's a bunch. There's a lot of heat coming. A lot of heat coming in 2024. What other ones am I thinking that I was super excited? Oh, the foams. We got Wolf Gray foam posits coming. We've got the original foam posit one Royals re-releasing. Like, I'm eyeing both of those foams. I love me some foams. Even though I only have the Sequoias, I love the foam posit. Always have. It's just so damn expensive. Grabbed these earlier at Burlington while I was waiting on my tires to get done. They had a ton of fragrances, but it's all anything noteworthy I already had. When walking by the shoe area, freaking Shack Attacks. So actually, totally goes with what I'm wearing. But yeah, got the retro release of the Shack Attacks for $60. Super happy about that. I've always wanted the Shack Attacks. Talk about one of the biggest, bulkiest shoes of the 90s. Shack Attacks. They're huge. Both those are gentleman fragrances. How far behind am I still? Just out of curiosity. Let me scroll down. Danielle, good to see you. Yeah, sure are. I'm going to have it too. Amber's one of my favorite releases of the year. I've never tried Fig Ecstasy. Sphinx Elixir, interesting. It's now on my list as I need to try the house. Yeah, Mohammed's got some really good stuff, man. Sphinx Elixir, Black Anubis, however you say it. That used to be my favorite till Sphinx Elixir came out, but those two. Indeed, he does. Sensitive noses, my eyes can get irritated. Anything ambroxan heavy, probably something like that. If you have a high sensitivity, because it's very chemical. Synthetic, very strong, headache inducing for some people. I would say things that are ambroxan heavy. Haven't tried it, but Paris Corner's version, Noir Darby, really good. Sugary sweet oud. Oh, so good. It's in tomorrow's video. I'm doing winter clones. It's so good. Not saying you should get the clone over the original. I'm sure the original's better, but the clone's great. Clone's great. I just haven't tried the original. I need to try the original. But yeah, sugary sweet oud. Actual sugar cane, sugary. Yeah, not just vanilla smelling. Sugar. Smells sweet. Sweet tooth with oud. Yeah, it's crazy. Depends. I'm talking about the actual honey note. Overall, it's a taste thing. But as far as just my favorite honey fragrance, yeah, it's always been honey oud. It always has been. That's a very niche fragrance in many ways because it's got its oud smell to it. So it's not going to be for everybody. Aurum is much more for the masses. That's much more of a gourmand fragrance without the funk, because you get the funk in honey oud, whereas you just get delicious. You get delicious and sticky in Aurum. Like that's more to please the crowd, I think. And honey oud is for those that like that funk that not everybody's going to be for. Code EDP. Yeah, that's my favorite. Can only take one with you. Cidre Boisé. It's my favorite. Cidre Boisé. Wow, I'm so far behind. If your wife doesn't like cinnamon, she's never smelled Grandma's Table. Because like I told you, I think that'd be a better candle. It doesn't make me want to wear it. I love and appreciate the scent profile. I think it'd be a phenomenal candle. Actually, I think she said that too, that it'd be a great candle. She don't mind cinnamon in a candle, but on me, she's not a fan of certain cinnamon heavy things. So let me scroll. God, I'm so far behind. Scott is in the house. Jim hit back hard tonight. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. So guys, I found out when I was talking to Scott yesterday that he almost, if baseball wouldn't have ran long, he was going to surprise me at the bodybuilding show while I was in Kenner. That would have been such an awesome surprise because I've never seen Scott in person. For those of you who don't know, me and Scott go way back in this community at this point. It's been over 4 years. 504 Man Fragrance Reviews. Great to see you, Scott. Hope you're doing well, my man. I really wish that would have worked out. I would have loved to see you while I was in town. Would have loved to see you. No worries. I mean, hour 15, like I said, we're going to cap it at an hour and a half. I'll hang out for another 15 minutes because I know I'm still super far behind in these comments. So back to the comments. Let's see. Coach Keith, your favorite shower gel smelling fragrance for under 50? I mean, it's hard not to say Original Chrome. It's hard not to pick that because I don't think that's ever not going to be a great shower gel fragrance. I think it's like the quintessential shower gel fragrance. It's what all have been modeled after. It was the first real dominant blue shower gel smell. Metallic citrus, little aquatic. I got to stick with the, what I believe to be the greatest shower gel scent of all time. Zaharoff. And it's mainly because of the respect factor for it. I love a lot of its flankers more than it. I like to wear them more, but it's a go-to DNA for a certain style, in my opinion. So I have to say Zaharoff. I just have to. And I don't think that answer is ever going to change. 20 years from now, if you ask me again, I think I'm still going to say Zaharoff. So I'll say, you remember that old, when I'm old, man, old Zaharoff? Yep. It's going to be the same thing, Keith. Appreciate you, though. Man, that's such a good one. I think it's like the third fragrance in the Apex line because it doesn't smell exactly like either one of them. You get elements of both, and the freshness is different. It's fresher than the other two. Have you got Shahid on my fantasy team? Do you think you get a lot of more targets now? Yeah, probably. Probably so. I mean, he was already getting fed a decent amount before, but Olave can't. He's not always. He has doubled the most. So there's going to be big opportunities for big plays with Shahid. Yeah, I got mine pre-ordered with Frag Bar. It is going to be great. Coffee camera, basically. Braun playing at such a high level. Yeah, I got him. Still second MJ, I agree. Yeah, I got him on my fantasy team. I got a ton of injuries right now on my team. Luka can't carry the whole team. I got a lot of hats, man. I definitely got a lot of hats. Not near as many as I do fragrances, but I got a lot. My eyes are only sensitive to light because I have greenish eyes. Enough said? No. Gray green, if you must know. Well, you handsome devil. Appreciate you being here, Boz. Boz always keeps the chat lively, that's for sure. Basketball Paul is a legend. 2 games, Pee Wee Kirkland. What? What? That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know if you're making a joke that's going over my head here or what. I appreciate you, Jonathan. No thank you necessary, man. Thank you. 10 day Dior Intense. Can't go wrong there. Gringo Munez, no fly zone weekends. All right. Love the name. What's going on? How are you, my man? Yes, sir. Ocean Rush by Rehan. Sin of the Night, Paco Rabanne Phantom. And we actually made it to the bottom. I'll be damned. We made it to the bottom. Luka Doncic, yeah, my ex-countryman. Yeah, I got Luka on my team. He was my first pick. He fell to me at 3. So it's a random pick in my basketball draft. And he fell to me at 3. They took whoever was in front of me took Joel Embiid instead of taking Luka, which I thought was crazy. Joel Embiid's great and everything, but Luka is a stat machine. We're playing 8-category league, and stats matter. Uh-oh. Appreciate you, Sean. Putting on some great fragrances. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you guys even more. I promise you that. Because like this milestone that we're about to hit, because we're about to hit it. Without you guys, it's not a thing. It doesn't exist. I appreciate you guys. Seriously. Luka. I know it's blasphemy for some people. I got to say Luka. Ball movement is going to matter more. I can't just have people from the post passing. I know he starts at the top of the key, but Luka is way more agile and has more speed and still has most of the same abilities of Joker. And he's much more deadly player overall, I think. Joker's just such a unique player. But I still would want Luka. I would want to start my team with Luka. Because I could still, I could have like a Rudy Gobert playing center instead. Somebody that's a true rebounder blocker, more of a traditional style center, and build around Luka that way. You know, I could build the position the way it used to be, because Joker's such a hybrid for playing the big man position. Like, he's the most unique to be able to be that complete at his size in that position ever, pretty much ever. But it's one of those deals where I'd rather build around the generational guard that has all of the LeBron's ability, really. He's like, you know, white LeBron in many ways with his ability and the stats he puts up. He's got the clutch gene. He's a very clutch shooter in big moments. There's no moment too big for Luka. Like, I really think he's arguably the best option to start a team. Like, if I was in a dynasty league and I had first pick, I'd take Luka probably. He's just too complete. Now, 10 years ago, I would have took LeBron James. You know what I mean? That's a different story. Or possibly Steph Curry. But there's an argument for Giannis, too. There's still an argument for Giannis to be number one to build your team because he's such a unique asset. But I think for me, it's Luka. I know I went all over the place. That was a loaded-ass question. For such a simple question, it's a loaded question. Appreciate you, big dog. Came live late. Hair to Fahrenheit Parfum for Thanksgiving. Fahrenheit Parfum. Shut down the show. Hell yeah. Fahrenheit Parfum. That simple. I remember tagging everyone on Facebook and inviting them to get you to 1K in the OG group. Now your channel's almost at 100K. Congrats, man. I appreciate that, Mike. Thank you, man. Yeah, Scott's good people. Scott's good dude. He's been around a long time at this point. So, guys, we're almost at an hour and a half. We hung out for a while. I'm hungry. I want to go eat dinner. Go cook my 98% lean ground turkey with some carrots and an onion. No rice because I'm cutting. But I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate the super chats, the membership renewals, all that good stuff. The great conversation. I appreciate the great conversation. I hope all of you have a phenomenal Thanksgiving with your families, friends and family, however you're doing it up, no matter what country you're in. Spend some time with loved ones during this holiday and eat some good food. I'm definitely going to have my cheat. It's going to be more of a cheat day than just a cheat meal for Thursday, for sure. That's one of the reasons I've been doing 15 the last couple of days, because I know it's going to be at least 3,000 on Thursday. I'll try to hold it together, but it's Thanksgiving, you know. So I appreciate all of you guys. I will have content throughout the week as per usual. Won't miss a beat on the content, but live streams will be back on Monday. Hope you all, once again, have great holidays. I'll see you soon. Y'all have a good one.